It's a glorious day and you're here with two guys and a dog. It's Tommy, Damo and our little buddy Tuman, the always hungry Jack Russell who's never afraid to voice his opinion. Bringing you the hottest action in Gippsland with a light-hearted look at the world and tons of feel-good music. In the words of Forrest Gump, life is like two guys and a dog. You never know what you're gonna get. Hello and welcome to Two Guys and a Dog on 104.7 Gippsland FM. I'm Damo.
And I'm Tommy, and this week we have a super show of SuperGroups, Damo?
Well, that was the question I had from last week's episode, Tommy. What is a supergroup?
Well, I like to think it's a bunch of super-duper musicians that get together and release a song.
Kind of like a nostalgic thing, or...?
Well, possibly, but I mean, the prime example, I guess, is like the Traveling Wilburys. So that was like...
Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers?
Yeah, it was
Roy Orbison?
Yep, George Harrison from the Beatles, who thought they'd give it a go at putting a band together. Oh, Bob Dylan as well.
That's true, yeah.
Put a band together to see if they could make it again on their own with no... You know, without their famous back.
I'm having a mental
catalog.
blank here. I'm getting these dark sunglasses. We're getting the band back together. Is that the Blues Brothers?
That's the Blues
theme?
Brothers, yeah. Yeah.
So it's about getting back together and getting some people that are really love their music and want to collaborate together and create something even bigger. Is that what we're aiming for with the supergroup?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
So where do we start? Do we want to start here at home in Australia, do you think?
Absolutely. There's a brand new band out. It's called the Barnstormers, don't
Barnstormers? Is that like knocking a barn down?
Well, something like that, but the lead singer is Jimmy Barnes, who you know,
Jimmy
obviously.
Barnes, yeah.
So
I saw Jimmy Barnes live in Morwell at Kernott Hall many years ago.
Would have cost you about $5 to get in to see him.
I think it was back in the days of before we had the metric system. Back in, you got a few shillings out there. I'm not quite that old. I was born after we changed to the metric country. But currency. So what is the Barnstormers? Is Jimmy Barnes and who else is in there?
Chris Chaney from the Living Ends. There's I've just put it away.
Yeah, Tommy just put his notes away and it just caught him off guard. That's why I asked him the question, because I saw him put his notes away.
Jules Holland from the UK. Slim Jim Phantom from the Stray Cats. And they've put together a whole album. But this is... what we're going to hear now is the first single off the album, Damo. It's called Johnny's Gone.
Well, let's rock it with the Barnstormers and Johnny's Gone.
Johnny's gone. Johnny's gone.
I got some money in my pocket. I got the car keys in my hand. I got myself a couple of tickets to see a rock and rollin' band. Come on, girl, just get on your shoes. We're gonna hear some sounds. Come on, babe, you know there ain't no time to mess around. Evie, 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 let your hair hang down. Evie, 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 let your hair hang down. Evie, 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 let your hair hang down. Evie, Evie, let your hair hang down. You got the body of a woman, the way you're moving like a queen. You got the face to raise a riot, and still you're only 17. But little girl, you're oh so shy, you hardly make a sound. Come on, babe, you know there ain't no time to mess around. Evie, 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 let your hair hang down. Evie, 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 let your hair hang down. Evie, 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 let your hair hang down. Evie, Evie, let your hair hang down. So won't you try it, baby? I'll take you by the hand. 'Cause there's a world out there for you. Girl, don't you understand? You got the chance, so take it. Just gotta pick and choose. Why don't you give it just one try? I know you can lose. The body of a woman, you nearly make me lose my breath. You know you give me such a feeling. You almost scared me half to death. Ow! My little girl, you're so reserved. You hardly make a sound. Come on, baby, don't you be so shy. Don't mess around. Evie, 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 let your hair hang down. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Evie, yeah. Evie, Evie, let your hair hang down. Evie, 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 let your hair hang down. Evie, Evie, let your hair hang down. 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 Come on, baby. Let your hair hang down. For me and you to share. Let your hair hang down. Try it, girl. Let your hair hang down. Hang down.
And that was The Rights with Evie Part 1, Damo.
I grew up with that song. My dad and mum used to play that when I was growing up and listening to it. I think I did anyway, otherwise I'm having delusions here. But
No, it would have been Stevie Wright that sang it back in the day, but this was the version consisting of the Aussie supergroup. It was Nick Chester of Jet, Bernard Fanning of Powderfinger, Phil Jamieson of Grimspoon, Cram of Spiderbait, and Chris Cheney of The Living End.
that's the one, yeah. So the song is very familiar, but it's now the supergroup that got together and redid Evie Part 1.
It's a bit of an Aussie double supergroup take to start the show, don't
I'm just having multiple flashbacks here. Kernot Hall with Jimmy Barnes rocking away, made our way right up the front, belting away to the songs and bashing our heads on the stage, as you do. Maybe that explains a lot why my thinking now.
Absolutely, Damo.
Well, it's good to have. Well, let's move on to some great things that are happening in the Gippsland this weekend. And I must say, I'm still having flashbacks here because Heroes Never Die Part 4. This is the Gippsland Pro Wrestling. Go wrestling! I know you liked wrestling when you were younger, Tommy. Come on, be honest.
Absolutely. Who didn't love Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant?
One of my favourite. And Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Yeah, but he was the one. He was the super villain.
The bad guy, exactly.
Yeah,
You've got to
the
have the bad.
loudmouth.
Exactly. Well, coming up this weekend on the 3rd of June, the Gippsland Pro Wrestling Heroes Never Die 4. Which is take 3 because I've had a couple of goes and things have got in the way. But this is going to be at the Gippsland Regional Indoor Sports Stadium on Chatterick Crescent in Traralgon. And that'll be from the doors open at 7 p.m. The bell time, ding, 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 is 7:30. And then do the voice. The intro voice. Come on. Get ready to rumble.
I thought that was the boxing.
It is the boxing, but we'll go with that anyway. But anyway, it's great to see some excitement here in Gippsland. Well, there's lots of excitement in Gippsland, but it's wonderful to see the broad spectrum of excitement that we can have the Gippsland Pro Wrestling Heroes Never Die Part 4, Take 3 at the Gippsland Regional Indoor Sports Stadium, Chatterick Crescent, Traralgon. This on the 3rd of June, starting at 7 p.m. or doors open at 7 p.m.
Yep.
You going to be there?
Absolutely. In the front row.
With a chair. Come on!
Hopefully somebody doesn't fly out on the ring and land on top of me, Damo.
Something like that. Well, we better move on to our next supergroup, which is the Travelling Wilburys. Who are they? Tommy, tell us about the Travelling
Roy
Wilburys.
Orbison.
The Big O.
Yes. George Harrison from the Beatles.
Beatles.
Tom Petty.
From the Caterpillars. No. He's from the Heartbreakers. We had Beatles and Caterpillars.
Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
Bob Dylan.
I don't think we need to say any more than those guys. Pretty huge.
They're pretty huge. They got together for a particular song that they just got. They did a few, but the one song that we've got is right at the end of the line.
Well, my understanding of it is that they put together a band to see if they could make it as an unknown band and ignore their previous history in the music industry.
So you think people saw that and read the Travelling Wilburys? I wonder who they are.
Yeah,
and
pretty
then
much.
Didn't look up who the singers were. Do you think they did that?
Well, they didn't do too well, but obviously Roy Orbison died, and then when he died, it all came out, and then it became massive, obviously.
Yeah. Well, that's if you take it that way, if they hid themselves. But we've got a great song coming up at the end of the line of this. Well, actually, we're not at the end of the line of the show, but we're at the end of the line in the sense of that's the name of the song. End of the line.
Well, it's alright, riding around in the breeze. Well, it's alright, if you live the life you please. Well, it's alright, doing the best you can. Well, it's alright, as long as you lend a hand.
You can sit around and wait for the phone to ring, waiting for someone to tell you everything. Sit around and wonder what tomorrow will bring. maybe a diamond ring.
Well, it's alright, even if they say you're wrong. Well, it's alright, sometimes you gotta be strong. Well, it's alright, as long as you got somewhere to lay. Well, it's alright, every day is Judgment Day.
Maybe somewhere down the road away, you'll think of me and wonder where I am these days. Maybe somewhere down the road when somebody plays Purple Haze.
Well, it's alright, even when push comes to shove. Well, it's alright, if you got someone to love. Well, it's alright, everything will work out fine. Well, it's alright, we're going to the end of the line.
Don't have to be ashamed of the car I drive. I'm just glad to be here, happy to be alive. And it don't matter if you're by my side, I'm satisfied.
Well, it's alright, even if you're old and gray. Well, it's alright, you still got something to say. Well, it's alright, remember to live and live, live. Well, it's alright, the best you can do is forgive. Well, it's alright, riding around on the breeze. Well, it's alright,
that was an awesome rocking song. That was an awesome rocking song. I'm going to go to the school for the kids who didn't read good. But that was an awesome song, Tommy. What song was that?
That was New Fang by a band called Them Crooked Vultures, Damo.
And who made up Them Crooked Vultures?
It was Josh Homme on lead vocals and guitar, English musician John Paul Jones, formerly of Led Zeppelin fame, and awesome rock superstar and drummer Dave Grohl of the Foo Fighters and, of course,
Foo Fighters.
Nirvana.
Who them foos? Let's fight some foos. Gotta fight the foos.
Not quite that, but yeah.
Mr. T wasn't involved?
No,
Okay.
not in this instance.
That was an awesome song. Anyway.
It was, yeah.
How long when did the song come out?
It was about 2009, I think it was, Damo, so it was a few years ago now. But
Yeah,
they
before
qualify.
I was born.
Yeah, absolutely. They qualify as a supergroup, I think, Damo.
Fantastic. Oh, well, there you go. New Fang from Them Crooked Vultures. Catching up with great things that are happening in Gippsland this Sunday. There's the community market for the Ballara Memorial Hall to raise funds for the Ballara Memorial Hall. Do you like markets, Tommy? He likes to laugh. He likes a box of chocolates.
Markets are good, Damo. Markets are very good. You can get all your fresh fruit and veg. You can get some of the local delicacies. What sort of stuff can you get from the community market, Damo?
Well, I've been to a few of the community markets in Gippsland, and I must say I'm blown away by how welcoming and happy everyone has been so far. That I've been to every market so far. People have been really happy with that. And they've got all the different things. You've got bric-a-brac, there's candles, there's all these homemade goods. People making furniture out of crates, which is quite amazing.
Yep.
Just all sorts of wonderful things where people get together as a community. You can get bric-a-brac, clothing, books, plants, veggies. But what really inspires me most about, and this is the heart of Gippsland, people are really supportive of each other.
Yeah.
I mean, you spent a fair bit of time down in Gippsland.
I have. It's been a few years since I've been down there properly, Damo.
Well, yeah, but it's one of those community areas where everything's just
Pretty close together.
pretty close together. People work together, people support each other, and that's what they're doing at the community market in Ballara. They're raising money for the Ballara Community Hall.
So whereabouts is it?
Well, it's at the Ballara Memorial Hall, corner of Monash Way and Tarwin Street in Ballara.
And when's it on, Damo?
When is it on? It is on Sunday, 4th of June, starts at 10 a.m. Will rock on until 2 p.m.
Excellent. So you got a bit of a sleep in there as well, Damo.
I do need those sleep-ins sometimes. It just gets a little bit late Saturday night. For me, rocking it really loud, watching some telly.
Down the over 28s is more like, Damo.
Over 58s. No, I'm not quite over 58. But anyway, get down to the Ballara Memorial Hall this weekend for the community market to help support the region, catch up with some friends, meet some new people, and have lots of fun.
Our next song for our Supergroups edition is...
Supergroups.
Supergroups.
No, the song isn't Supergroups.
No. This one.
I like messing with you.
This is called Do They Know It's Christmas? It's by a band called Band Aid.
Is this a Jeopardy?
No. It's not a Jeopardy.
Do I annoy you when I interrupt when you're talking?
Yes, absolutely. I'm trying to be serious here and let our listeners know what the song is. Do You Know It's Christmas? It was a band that was put together by Bob Geldof to raise money for the famines in Ethiopia in 1984. It features the vocals of people like Bono, Phil Collins. You've got Bob Geldof, Boy George was there. Yep. So the Kemp brothers, Simon Le Bon from Duran Duran fame, George Michael from Wham,
Paul Young.
Yep. So there was a few well-known voices in that one. So
let's roll the tape, shall we?
absolutely.
Get out the tape player. Well, let the electrons be free.
It's Christmas time. There's no need to be afraid. At Christmas time, we let in light and we banish shade. And in our
street light shining, I'm a wild light blinding bright, burning off alone.
It's times like these you learn to live again.
It's times like these we give and give again.
It's times like these you learn to love again.
It's times like these, time and time again. Oh, oh, oh. I'm a new day rising.
I'm a brand new sky to hang the stars upon tonight.
I'm a little divided. Do I stay or run away and leave it all behind?
I know it's times like these you learn to live again.
It's times like these you give and give again. It's times like these you learn to love again. It's times like these, time and time again.
Let's go. It's times like these that we activate. Do something to improve, don't procrastinate. I've been cooking now, I'm making wicked pasta plate. Stream games at 11, but I clap at 8. And I'll jiggle FaceTime if you tempt me. Time to pay back all the health docs lent me. And for me, West 10's elementary. But right now, I wanna see Labrador go empty, you get me?
We'll make it better together, we'll make a better life. Because the pressure is ever upon us every night and every day. So we pray and we will forever fight. We'll make it better together, we'll make a better life.
I'm a one-way motorway. I'm the one that drives away and follows you back home.
I'm a street light shining. I'm a wild light blinding bright, burning off and on.
It's times like these you learn to live again.
It's times like these you give and give again. It's times like these you learn to love again.
It's times like these, time and time again. It's times like these you learn to live again.
It's times like these you learn to love again.
Okay, Tommy, I promise to be very serious here and I won't cut you off when you're speaking.
Oh no, well you can tell the listeners at home about what the song was, Damo.
It was a live song.
You've got no idea.
I do have no idea. For the listeners and the long-time listeners, Tommy does all the curation for the show. He's the genius behind the wonderful music here, because I'm certainly not. So who was that, Tommy?
So that was the Live Lounge Band, the stay-at-home Live Lounge Band, who put together a cover version of the Foo Fighters' Times Like These. So that was done in 2020 at the height of the COVID lockdown. And it was put together for a bit of a feel-good for everyone, but it also raised some money for the BBC Children in Need and Comic Relief. And it just a massive, massive number of people involved. But obviously Dave Grohl was in there, Chris Martin, Dua Lipa, AJ Tracy. I mean, there's just, you know, one of the guys from 5 Seconds of Summer was in there. Bastille was in there, Biffy Clyro. I mean, the lists just go on and on. I'm just trying to think of some of the other people. Rag and Bone Man, Paloma Faith was in there. Royal Blood, the band, was in there as well. Sam Fender, you'd know, and Sean Paul, Damo, you'd know as well.
Oh,
So.
personally, they were over for a barbecue yesterday.
Oh, yeah. So a few well-known people in amongst that bunch.
What I really love about that, though, is, again, during COVID lockdown, during all these times of trauma, it really just shows how much the humanity, how much people care about each other and support each other in those times of need, which is really wonderful to see. And that song really highlights that. I did see their film clip, so I did understand what the effort they went to make that happen.
Oh, yeah.
But I love how people come together, and I love that in Gippsland as well, how we all pull together and support each other. It's really wonderful.
Another wonderful thing down Gippsland Way, Damo, is the old Gippstown Heritage Park.
It is. It's a great place, and experienced the 1850s. Now, you remember that? Actually.
Well, no. Well, I was about to say that was when you were in your early 40s, was in about the 1850s,
I knew that was
wasn't
coming,
it?
and I had to get in there first. But the old Gippstown Heritage Park has so much of our history there. And you've got barbecues and playgrounds for the children as well to muck around in. There's displays and locations that really show the era that was back then, the hardship that people, how they lived their lives.
Yep.
But there's ample parking there as well, so you can come in, you can drive up, and you can get there. There's even some electrical vehicle charging stations. I don't know how 1850s that is.
Well, I guess, it's sort of hidden behind a post or a pole or something, Damo.
Yeah, and there's Bushy's Park, there's the Roddens Halfway House, the Cobb and Co's Inns is still there, so you can wander around, enjoy the tranquility and tranquilness with the tranquility that is old Gippstown.
So that's it's open Wednesday to Sundays, Damo, 10 a.m. till 4 p.m.
And there's a cafe there as well, which is offering coffee, cakes, all-day breakfast. I love an all-day breakfast.
Yep. Can't beat an all-day breakfast.
Yeah, definitely. Lunches and plenty of hot food as well. And the old Gippstown website incorporates a tour of the heritage buildings, collections via the park map, linking locations to the relevant buildings. So you can get a bit of technology involved in your old Gippstown 1850s experience.
And know where you're going, Damo. That's always helpful.
Exactly. I'd like to know where I'm going as well. Well, old Gippstown is located at 211 Lloyd Street in Moe.
That address again, Damo?
211 Lloyd Street in Moe.
And now we're going to hear from probably the biggest super group.
Super duper group?
Yep, that's probably the best way of putting it.
Super duper rooper duper super duper group.
That's probably not too far off the mark on that one. This band was called USA for Africa. It was put together in '84 to support the famine relief efforts in Africa. And this is a song called We Are the World, Damo.
Look, roll the tape.
There comes a time when we heed a certain call, when the world must come together as one. There are people dying. Oh, when it's time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all. We can't go on pretending day by day that someone somewhere will soon make a change. We all a part of God's great big family, and the truth, love is all we need.
We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make it brighter day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a better day. Just you and me.
So who was that, Tommy?
That was USA for Africa, the supergroup put together in 1984.
That wasn't at Christmas.
No, it wasn't at Christmas. We Are the World. So you would have recognised a few of the voices in their demo.
I certainly did. Tina Turner?
Tina Turner was in there.
Bruce Springsteen?
Yep.
Kenny Loggins?
Yep.
Daryl Hall?
Yep.
Huey Lewis?
Yes.
Cindy Lauper?
Yep.
Bob Dylan?
Yep.
Ray Charles?
Yep.
Stevie Wonder?
Yep.
I saw Stevie Wonder live once.
Oh, did you?
It was pretty cool.
I'm guessing he didn't see you.
No, he didn't. But there was Kenny Rogers, Billy Joel, Diana Ross, Dionne Warwick. So many great actors in that. Bob Geldof was in there.
You mean singers?
Well, the actors, some of them were actors. Phil Collins was in there, I'm pretty sure. He's an actor.
Yep.
Sheila E.
Paul Simon was in there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Great
just an
collection.
amazing band.
It was, and even some of the Pointer Sisters were in there. Smokey Robinson, to name, a lot of people in there. You don't know who Smokey Robinson is? Tommy's pulling his face.
Bit before my time, damn it.
I'm sure a lot of our listeners know who Smokey Robinson is. But USA for Africa, raising money for Africa in a time of need. Again, a great example of people pulling together and supporting each other around the world, which is wonderful to see. And some other great things to see in Gippsland is a whole bunch of different parks that are available to walk through and enjoy.
I like parks.
You like parks?
Parks are good.
They are good. Do you run in parks? Run, Tommy, run.
No, I do not run, Damo.
One of the parks you can check out is in Moe. It's the Edward Hunter Bush Reserves, and it's a tranquil bush reserve located in the township of Moe. Has native wildlife, a rich native forest, ferns, live orchids as well.
Sounds pretty good, Damo. Whereabouts can we find it?
Well, you can find that in Moe, and it's on the Colville Road in Moe. And if you need the postcode to get there, it's 3825.
Handy to know.
It is handy to know. And
punch it in the GPS.
Exactly. And if you want something else to do, if you're in Morwell, maybe you could head to the Crinigan Road Bush Reserve.
That name again, Damo.
Crinigan Road. We're having a bit of a laugh here because I couldn't pronounce it at the start. But it does have plant species. There's about 150 different species of plants to look at in the forest, from the narrow-leaf peppermint to the manna gum. And so you can walk through the tracks there and experience the wonderfulness that is the Crinigan Road Bush Reserve. But if you want to have a bit of lunch, there's some shelters and picnic tables and toilets as well. Don't have lunch in the toilets would be my recommendation.
Yep, absolutely not. And whereabouts is that located, Damo?
That's a good point. We better let the listeners know it's located in Fairway Drive in Morwell, and if you're after the postcode there, it's 3840. I think we're going to do a postcode show. And if you are in Traralgon, you don't miss out. There's some great parks in Traralgon as well. And this one is on the Princess Highway, Traralgon. What's the postcode in Traralgon?
It is 3844, Damo.
Exactly, for us only retentives, well, certainly me. But this is the Victory Park, which is adjoining Newman Park. And the Victory Park is a peaceful oasis located along the Princess Highway. You can take a walk along the Traralgon Creek, roll up a picnic blanket rug under one of the many beautiful trees, take a look inside the band rotunda. You can even probably go into the band rotunda.
You probably can if it's raining.
That would be a good place to go if it's raining. And there's some marble sculptures as well there to check out. So there's plenty of things to do, plenty of wonderful things to see. They're just three of the beautiful attractions in Gippsland.
And up next is Perfect Day 97, done by Lou Reed and his all-star band for BBC.
Just a perfect day. Drink sangria in the park. And then later when it gets dark,
We go home.
Just a perfect day.
Feed animals in the zoo.
Then later a movie too, and then home.
perfect day.
I'm glad I spent it with you.
Oh, such a perfect day. You just keep me hanging on.
You just keep me hanging on.
Just a perfect day. Problems all left alone. Weekenders on our own.
It's such fun. Just a perfect day. You made me forget myself. I thought I was someone else. Someone good. Yeah.
It's such a perfect day.
I'm glad I spent it with you.
Oh, such a perfect day. You just keep me hanging on.
You just keep me hanging on.
You're going to reap just what you sow. You're going to reap just what you sow.
You're going to reap just what you sow, yeah. Oh, you're gonna reap just what you sow. You're going to reap just what you sow, yeah. Reap what you sow.
Oh, what a perfect day.
This has been Damo and Tommy, two guys and a dog, with the always trustworthy and hungry Jack Russell, Chewy.
You're in it for a real treat next week, listeners.
What have we got on for them, Tommy?
Well, in celebration of our new king and the public holiday Damo, we're all about the royals.
It'll have to be the Royal, so it's the King's songs.
No, it's all about chocolate royals.
Chocolate Royals, I love that. Well, to find out what we've got in store for you, you'll have to tune in, same bat time,
Same bat 104.7 Gippsland FM.
to bring you all the regional fun and excitement.
Goodwill and good cheer.
And for today's lesson, we draw inspiration from the lovely Dolly Parton, who said, "I tried every diet in the book. I tried some that weren't in the book. I tried eating the book. It tasted better than most of the diets," which probably leads us to just eat healthy and you'll be okay. Have an amazing week.